Welcome to my studio. Hi friends! Today we're going to look at this cute little, and it's going to be small, little crocus painting. And we're going to be using Pan Pastel and some various pencils, pastel pencils. Using soft tools, I'm just going to be taking some colors. I'm mixing a little bit of blues and greens up at the top. And we're just kind of mimicking a background that's blurred but has the colors that are going to be continued in the actual crocus themselves. This is just a simple little demo to show you how you can take just a small piece of your Pastelmat in this case, and using your soft tools just blend in a very nice different colored background. Soft, it's very soft. This whole little drawing is going to be just based on a picture I found on Pixabay that I'm just taking a tiny little portion of it, and just the idea, the concept itself of taking a soft foreground and background and having some crocus coming up through the middle of it. So as you can see, I'm mixing right in the Pan Pastel itself to get these background colors. I'll be adding some pink in there as well, just laying a nice foundation without it being too thick. The key is to keep your layers thin, but just kind of keep it soft and smooth, and just kind of working your way a little bit at a time until you're satisfied with something that's hazy, but at the same time kind of just holds those colors. As you can see, adding the pink in there just kind of helps to pull it all together and give it that nice little glow. Then once we get done with that, adding some more white in the middle to give a nice foundation for the crocus. There we go. It's a messy project since I'm not taping it down, and I'm working really pretty much edge to edge. But it's okay. Sometimes you just want to do something quick and easy to get your artistic juices flowing. So I'm just going to loosely draw these just from memory, really, a little crocus. And it's just that purpley blue. It's called like a periwinkle color that's going to be used in here. So I'm just kind of grabbing some different variations of my blues, but with that kind of a theme in the color scheme, like a periwinkle blue and a little bit of pink and purple. The base of the crocus is always going to be a little yellow, and it's going to have some orange in there, as you can see. And I'm putting in just little sections here and there of what would be considered the greenery for this particular little plant, and other stuff that might be in there in that little mist. And now just laying down some of the initial color here. We are going to be blending that out, but putting it in initially just to kind of start to see what we want to be working with. This is the kind of thing that you do just as you go. It's not so planned out. It's just kind of like what looks good, what would look good to you. And, allowing yourself that creative freedom to just imagine and figure out, where would you put little highlights? Where would you put darker areas? It's a good practice. And sometimes when you use the smaller scraps of cut down sections of your Pastelmat or whatever paper that you're using, it can be really fun to create little mini paintings like this that utilize some of your different pencils and your Pan Pastel. I really love doing the blending, the backgrounds, how smooth I can get them with the Pan Pastel. It's just very easy with those soft tools as well. Laying in some darker colors now to give those little areas on the plants themselves, that the little striping, the growth pattern on there, and to give it some depth. It's just a fun little project. I love doing these early in the morning when I'm having my coffee. Just come out and throw something together, because again, I really encourage you to do something every day, whether it be something, on the weekends. A lot of times I'll do something more major. I'll do more of an animal portrait or wildlife portrait, a full sheet of with my paper of something I've planned out. But during the week when I'm, getting ready for my job, where I work normally, I like to still have some time, because this is a kind of like prepping for my day. So take that time for yourself and just kind of, allow yourself that freedom to come out and create something big or small with the time that you have. And it's very satisfying, and it helps you to kind of really just and reinforce the things you've learned with the tools that you have, and trying different color patterns and color combinations. I'm using a brush even to smooth out even some more. Trying different things like the Q-tip to see if I need to soften. Use your tools. Practice with your tools. See how they work together. Use your colors, and just kind of, like I said, take your own creative freedoms with the things that you're wanting to draw and imagine. Go outside, take a picture in your garden of a flower, come inside and draw it. And you'll find that it's a very renewing kind of energy that you get from doing these little projects. So once I get done with this, I'll finish my coffee, I'll go inside and I'll get ready for work, and my day will have started in a wonderful way. I'm adding in some darker colors, getting a little contrast in there. You'll see I've added highlights with the white, and just kind of, getting it to be just a little more vivid. I don't want it too vivid, because I want to retain that soft, easy, kind of muted feel to it, but still have something that I would think is beautiful. And just fine tuning, a little bit more white in there, lights to your darks. That's where you get your contrast, and pulling it all together, just blending out a little bit on some sides. See, it's all coming together. I've pulled it down to the lower part of my screen. I apologize. I didn't realize I'd done that. But again, it's casual, and there you go. So I think I'm going to add a little more yellow down here at the bottoms, just to pull that color in a little bit more. And again, it doesn't have to. I don't have to, but I see it in my mind's eye as something that would enhance, and pulling in I'm actually using some of my watercolor pencils as well going in, and that's what I'm talking about. Using your tools, using the things that you have, just trying different things and coming up with something that is a good way to start your day, end your day, or just find a spot in the middle of your day to create and, retain that thrill of creating. I have such a passion for art and for the ability to just put something down on paper, make marks on your paper, and see where it leads me. This one was completely more or less unplanned, and as you can see, I'm having fun with it. So just kind of getting it to where I want it to be, and that's it. There we go. Nice little painting. I hope you liked it.